Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78. This reflects all of Chicago. It's a great holiday gift idea or a great gift idea, period, all year long. I'm talking about a pin from Big League Pins, and I have my friends Kristen and Angie to talk about it and the ornaments that you now have along with the pins. Ladies, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Awesome. We were just talking before we got started that, it's almost 70 degrees in November, so we got things to do, but I wanted to talk to you first really quick. We have Black Friday coming up, the holidays, the whole thing, and you have something very nostalgic coming out in terms of like people's love for Chicago. I think Chicago loves Chicago. They love to talk about Chicago, and we love to talk about the things that once was and now that we miss them. And you guys have captured this in the ornaments and the pins. Explain.
We started with our first collection of Chicago landmark ornaments. We had 7 of them, and we kind of a lot of things closed, right? A lot of beloved businesses have closed in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We live up in the neighborhood around Dinkles and Chicago Joe's and Southport Lanes, and
Wow, you just mentioned the three big ones there.
yeah, right. And I mean, we have grown up, so to speak, and as adults, and lived and around those places our whole existence up here, and we miss them. We really did miss them. And Orange Garden is another one. And I don't know if you remember, but last year there was a big thing about these neon signs being auctioned off, and
Yeah.
what was going to happen? These beautiful signs in front of these businesses that were closing, and that kind of sparked the idea for us. And we said, we can memorialize these. This is something that we do. It's something that we love, which is that's what our business is all about, right? Things that we love. And we came up with the idea last year. I got 7 ornaments last year, and those included those 3 that I mentioned. I'm going to forget all of the others, but there was
Jacks,
yes,
an Elbow Room, and
mm-hmm.
Chicago Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
And would tell you that they sold like hotcakes.
Yes, absolutely.
People snapped them up.
It surprised us.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's kind of been the theme with when I talk to you ladies, that how surprising it is of the demand for these pins. But we've talked about this several times. You really can't find them anymore. They're kind of a thing where it took you a little bit of a process, let's say, to just be able to produce these. And now you have it down where you can do it the way that you do it. But it's kind of a little slice of yesteryear for a lot of people that like that, like here's a pin right here. Isn't this your pin? Did you do this pin?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Look at that. It's right here on my shelf.
Chicago Cubs. There you go.
Yeah, that was the last time I talked to you. This one, the particular one's for the season ticket holders, but I saw you on opening day. Another thing that people love to commemorate, just like those things, especially nowadays with everything being digital, having something that you can hold in your hand is really, I think, why the demand is so high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. We do a lot of fun Christmas things. I'll show a few of these guys, just pins that mean something that you can wear and enjoy and, just express your personal flair. And then because we love the Chicago, we've got that whole Chicago theme. And that's exactly why we did the ornaments. And we jumped back into the ornaments again this year, and we came up with new ones. We did Stanley's Fresh Fruit Market, because a lot of people shopped there. The Marshall
included.
Yeah, right. The Marshall Field clock was
yeah, let's see that one.
It's a great one.
Yeah. I love that. Is one of the most iconic things in Chicago right there.
Right.
And then the other one, which I'm sure you'll know too, is Sabatino's.
Oh yeah.
Here, and can we tell you, this one is also a bestseller. People are buying like 4, 6, 8, 10 of them to give to everyone in their family, because everybody went to Sabatino's for dinner or for a special occasion.
Yep.
So this is kind of the hot seller right now too.
What one might be a fun one to add? You mentioned Stanley's, the you know where I'm going with this?
I do. Somebody else just asked us that.
Yeah, the Stanley's Kitchen and the Stanley's
Stanley's
Kitchen.
and Tap, yep.
Yeah, best meatloaf I've ever had in my life. It was at that Stanley's, or the pot roast. Among, you know, going there at 2 o'clock in the morning and running into a variety of Blackhawks player or musician
Cubs
that was
player.
playing in Chicago, or Cubs player,
Yeah.
or
That
any
might have happened once or
celebrity, really.
twice, yeah.
That place was magic. I still can't believe it's empty.
I can't either.
I know. The other one that has been selling really well this year too is the Magic Kiss sign. I don't know if you have that one in front of you, Kirsten, but the magic. Do you remember the Magic Kiss sign? The lips along the Kennedy.
Yes.
Yep. See if I can. Here we go.
Yeah,
so
look
the
at that.
Magic Kiss sign has been really popular as well. I feel like if you grew up in the Chicago area, that's something that's iconic for you. It marked either, you know, you were almost home or you were on your way. You know, because it was on all the major express. There were 3 of them, and they were on all the major expressways around the city.
Absolutely.
And then the other one that we probably all spent a little bit of time in is the Hidden Shamrock. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, these are all places, and they're all places that mean something to us, and we, you know, and we feel like, you know, a lot of other people around Chicago also have fond memories, you know, in places like this, whether it was with a family, friends, you know, and they kind of, like you said, it's nostalgic and it marks some really good memories.
It's got to be a lot of fun to dig through these old things, you know, to revisit what that means to you or what the particular place meant to you. Is there one that stands out for either one of you ladies as your fave? It's okay. Don't say that everyone. It's like trying to pick a child. You know, you have your favorite one.
Oh, no. We for sure can have a favorite one.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Magic Kiss one is just sort of one from my childhood that, you know, I was always with my family. We were going somewhere, right? We were going somewhere together as a family. And so, and all 3 of us kids, I mean, we all knew, like when we saw that sign, we knew that we were close to home. You know, and as kids, you know, when are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? You know, and his sign was sort of like, okay, we're not far, you know? So that's one that has been special to me, you know, my obviously my whole life. So I guess that one.
That's good.
Yeah.
I might
say
Kristen? I might say the Hidden Shamrock. I had like a first date that went great there, and you know, a couple like fun group outings.
Wait, you said it went great there. Are you still with this person from the first?
No, things move on. It was in my
had to ask.
Good question. That would have been a great end of the story, but no.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun times.
How do you ladies pick your next one? You know, because just as we're sitting there talking, I'm like, oh man, you know, it would be great. There's, you know, the Willowbrook Ballroom that would burn down a couple years ago. That was around for like 100 years. Or Nabisco on Kedzie. My mom and dad worked at Nabisco on the big giant bakery on the south side of Chicago. That is like a Chicago South Side, like beacon, you know, with the you know, and because I remember my mom and dad would come home every day smelling like Oreos. And that was everybody knew the Nabisco plant. So I'm just curious how do you go about picking them?
I mean,
it's not scientific. It's it's a feel. Right.
And
Joe Schmo gives you an idea. You're like, yes, I'll use that.
I just wrote it down.
We were never at a lot. Like last year, you know, I mean, some of the ones we did this year were sort of, as we were making the ones last year, it was like, oh yeah, then there's this and then there's this, but you can't do it all, right?
No,
sure. And so some of the ones that we have this year, we kind of been thinking about since last year. But then as you start thinking about the ones of this year, you know, you continue to hear about places closing, and so. You know, it just sort of, it brings it all kind of to the fore. And there's just, it's like, you know, Stanley's is one of those. And part of it is like, these are all iconic signs too, right? It's not just about the business, but I mean, these are places that, you know, when someone sees that sign, they're transported there, right? You know, and so there's kind of that combination of memory and instant recognizability, right? So that there's no question like what it is. And I think that's part of the draw too. I think that's why people are so drawn to them.
They pop, as if I could say, like when I've worn the Cubs one, I got to get a Chicago flag one to wear when I wear a suit, because I think that looks great, because I'm a nerd for the city and I just want a nice Chicago flag one. But they do pop. They look great. You can now when you walk around the city and you see somebody like you, oh, that's a big league pin. I know that one, you know. So it's kind of
Well,
fun to just to know. I mean, I've worked with you guys over the years when very beginning, you know, when we did some stuff at Murphy's for Cubs opening day, and here we are a few years later, pandemic and all, still here.
Yes.
And these are great ideas for anybody all year long, but I imagine people got to get their orders in soon for the holiday orders. Yeah.
Yes, they are selling fast. So
that's true.
yes, I would say that if you're interested in one, pick one up soon.
Yes, we'll sell all the way through December. That's no problem.
Yep.
And we're shipping quickly. That's no problem either. But we are, you know, I imagine the ornaments will sell out. We're reordering as much as we can, as quickly as we can. But
Takes time.
Yeah.
What's the website for them?
It's bigleaguepins.etsy.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both very much. You know, we got to make it a little bit better in terms of seeing each other. It's only been opening day and now, so maybe one day we should just us girls will go out and just have a drink.
That sounds great.
I like that. That sounds great.
We'll talk. I always have a great time.
Awesome.
Yeah, I always have a great time talking to both of you. Much success, continued success through the holidays and next year. I love this story. I love that it comes out of Chicago. You guys do such a great job. So thank you again. And, you know, hopefully somebody in my family will be getting me one of these, or I'll have to buy it myself. We'll see.
Hint, 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 hint.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks, Tom. I really appreciate it.